Next one. This one's from Chris. He says, an on-page SEO question. I'm building out an authority site, and I want to sculpt PR authority on my site via the internal linking instructions and keep as much link juice as possible. However, I also want to link out to authority sites too. Would it be wise to no-follow those links or not? What are your thoughts? I always no-follow outbound links unless I'm specifically trying to push link equity somewhere. But for all money sites, I usually just install a no-follow external links plugin that will automatically add the no-follow and target equals blank, which means open a new tab for any external links. I usually do that because, you know, when somebody lands on my site, if they click an external link, I don't want that to load in that same tab because then they go off site. I'd rather it open in another tab so that even if they click over into the other tab, my site is still showing in the browser window. It's a better you know, engagement signal for like analytics, for example. Unless you have some advanced tracking scripts through analytics that show when a cursor or somebody's off the actual browser tab. But the universal analytics tag, the generic universal analytics tag, isn't that sophisticated. You have to go in and actually add scripts and stuff to analytics in order for it to recognize that your mouse is not within the browser or that somebody's not actually viewing that tab. So when somebody clicks on an external link and it opens in another tab, then you're still getting, under most or normal analytics conditions, you're still being shown as time on site. That visitor is still being shown as time on site. Does that make sense? And I just learned that in the last week, guys. So, because I'm brushing up, I'm actually learning a lot about analytics stuff right now. So I didn't know that before, but I still didn't want people to be taken off my site if they clicked an external link because they may never come back. But at least when you click a external link and opens in a new tab, then your site is still available for them in another tab so they can always come back to the site without having to click a back button or whatever. But to get back to your original question, should you no-follow them? I do. There might be some conflicting opinions out there. I'd like to hear Marco and Hernan's opinion as well. But I usually always no-follow outbound links on money sites unless I'm specifically trying to push equity somewhere.
Yeah, I wanted to say real quick that, sorry again about the mic volume. I'm trying to lower it, but I can't. Sorry. Now, yeah, I don't do follow. I leave them as they are. But, you know, that's just the way it is. That's just the way I do it. So at the end of the day, I think you'll need to test which ones gives you more equity, because I understand Bradley's position of no following them to keep the link juice. But I also try to keep the link juice flowing, or do not try to stop the spiders, you know, and that has given me good results. But at the end of the day, again, when you, for example, when you are embedding a tweet, when you're embedding, you know, Google Plus posts, etc., those are usually do follow links, you know. So I just want to keep that exact same logic when doing outbound links. In any case, use them, because we have proven time and time again that do follow, no follow doesn't really matter, because we're getting, you know, good link juice from no follow properties, you know, social properties. So at the end of the day, it's just a matter of testing, I think.
Yeah, and before we get Marco's opinion on that, I want to explain that I totally agree with Hernan in that don't sweat so much. Like, for example, when you're trying to get links, inbound links to your site, don't worry so much about them being do follow, no follow. I think there's way too much emphasis put on that now. It used to be, you know, a couple years ago, it was so much more important, but now link profiles are so heavily weighted with no follow links, because that's pretty much how most sites are going for external links. They are doing very similar to what I'm mentioning, which is just no following all external links. It's just an automatic thing. And so because of that, it's not necessarily the you know, trying to push link juice or link equity as it is about pushing relevancy, guys. And you don't need to push PR to validate relevancy. Does that make sense? So that's why I typically, and again, it's like what Hernan said, I totally agree, you should test. You should test for your own specific situation. My logic behind always no following is a lot of the biggest sites do that. Most sites do that now. Where there are no follow links for any external links, number one. Number two, I don't care about, you know, losing link juice, but I mean, I no follow them because I don't want to lose the link juice, but it's not necessarily, to me, I don't care whether I'm losing link juice or not. I just want to make sure that the link, no follow or not, is linking to something that reinforces the content on the page that I'm linking from, if that makes sense. So the bots are still going to crawl that link. They're just not going to pass juice through that link. But if they crawl that link and they land on the destination page and it reinforces the content that they just came from, that's a positive signal regardless. So anyways, Marco, your turn, please.
Yeah, link juice will still bleed, no matter, even if it's NoFollow. You know, they tell you that it's not passing any link equity, but it will, and it'll flow back. But what we do on a money site is exactly what you said: NoFollow everything, and then we go outside to other properties that we own to push do follow back to the money site. I mean, we select places like Twitter, YouTube, and Google, of course, because it's Google, to get the do follow links that we want to power up whatever it is that we're doing. That's why we went into RYS Academy. We're going to show people how to get do follow links from Twitter, a different way than what we showed in the original Twitter SEO Academy, which it turned into Twitter SEO Academy. We can actually get a really good do follow link out of Twitter, and those are really powerful because you have to remember your link profile is going to be mostly no follow, but then you go into these powerful sites and you get a do follow. Google pays special attention, and it becomes really powerful. And if it's within whatever it is that you're doing, if it's relevant, niche relevant, of course, and anchor text, I mean, it hits and it'll push everything up. It's unbelievable what happens when everything is sculpted right, when you do everything right, on site, off site, and you get hit with that do follow, and it just pushes everything up. So that's how we're doing it.